We are going to do some well-ordered language today. I had some feedback from Anna that she liked the whiteboard better. I had been, for the last week, posting videos of the pages as I worked through, but she's the only person I heard from, but she said she preferred this. We're going to go back to our whiteboard. We're on page 136 in well-ordered language today. So I'd love for you to follow along. I'll walk you through how to do various pages, then have you do some on your own, but I'll post the answers as usual. Okay, so for this first section on page 136, the directions say that what happens to a predicate in a sentence when another subject is added is that a lot of times it will change in just the very end of it. Okay, so for example, in the sentence, the robin sings in the morning, that verb sings agrees with a singular subject. The robin sings has an S at the end there. But if you add another subject to make it now a plural subject, like the robin and the blackbird, you wouldn't say the robin and the blackbird sings. Instead, you drop the S and just say sing in the morning. Okay, let's do some of the sentences from page 136 together so that you can get some practice of it. Okay, in general, what you'll be seeing is that you drop the S for your predicate verb whenever you're adding a second subject. Okay, and that will just make it agree with the verb. Also, for most of you, if you read it out loud, I think you'll be able to see when the verb doesn't match the subject. Okay, here it says Stripes hides under the porch. Stripes is the cat in our book. So I know Evie loves cats. Let's put Evie in this sentence. Okay, so maybe we'll say Stripes and Evie okay, so we had Stripes as our subject, hides is our predicate verb. Now we're adding a second subject, Evie. Okay, Stripes and Evie. Now, what are we going to change our predicate verb to? We're going to change it to hide, dropping the S. Hide under the porch. I'm going to put 3 dots at the end of it. And no, that doesn't show up super clearly, but to show the rest of that sentence, the prepositional phrase under the porch would go at the end of that. Okay, so dropping that S, that's all we do. Over here, we've got the sentence, slowly Fritz brings the 4 buckets to the truck. Okay, our subject here is Fritz. What is Fritz doing? He brings the 4 buckets to the truck. We're going to add another subject and see how that affects our predicate verb. Okay, who might help him bring some buckets to the truck? What about Dominic? Let's do another student name. Maybe we'll say slowly. Need to study this board. Fritz and Dominic. Okay, now we've got 2 subjects. Fritz, Dominic, with the conjunction and. And our predicate verb brings now needs to drop that S, and we're going to write bring. Slowly, Fritz and Dominic bring the 4 buckets. And then I don't have space for the rest of that sentence, so I'm just going to put my 3 dots for the rest of that being the same. Okay, so pretty simple. For all of these, you'll just drop the S of that predicate verb when you add your second subject, so that you now have a plural subject and it agrees with the verb. Okay, I'm going to erase the board. Okay, magic. We have some sentences to analyze now. Okay, our first sentence here is page 137 for you, and it reads, the younger brother and the older sister race toward the red line. Okay, so we'll go ahead and analyze this. Hopefully this is good review as we go through how to analyze with now compound subjects and conjunctions and prepositional phrases. Okay, so let's read the sentence again. Think about what's happening. picture it in your mind. The younger brother and the older sister raced toward the red line. Are there any conjunctions? Yes. Use red. And is a conjunction. Okay. No, that's not showing up super clearly. Let me bring it just a little bit closer even. I think that's better. Okay. Now we have our conjunction and. Do we have any prepositional phrases? Toward the red line. Hopefully you got that. Toward is our preposition. It's in our preposition list song. And it says younger brother and older sister race toward what? The line. Okay. Red is an adjective modifying line. Also, the is an adjective modifying line. What kind of line? Red line. Which line? The line. Let's read it again, and now we're going to look for our principal elements. The younger brother and the older sister raced toward the red line. Who or what is this sentence about? Brother and sister. They are the nouns doing the action here. What did brother and sister do? This sentence tells us that brother and sister raced. So raced is our predicate because it is what the sentence tells us about brother and sister. Now, we don't have a direct object, and you should pretty easily see that since there's not extra words after raced except for the prepositional phrase, there's not a direct object. Now, the words that we do not have marked yet are the younger, the older. We always know that the is an adjective. So this the is modifying brother. What else is modifying brother? Younger. The and younger are both adjective elements modifying what kind of brother? Younger brother. And which brother? The brother. Same with the and older over here. They are adjectives modifying what kind of sister? Older sister. Which sister? The sister. Okay, last but not least, prepositional phrase over here toward the red line. It is acting as an adverb. It is an adverbial element telling us where they raced. We're going to draw this whole thing over to that point. It's an adverbial prepositional phrase. We'll put ADV prep. Okay, that is our first sentence. Let's move on to sentence 2 now. Will you or I award the winners? Let me clean that up. Okay, will you or I award the winners? Picture what's happening here. It really goes with the first sentence. Not that it matters much, but I think it makes it a little bit more logical. So, will you or I award the winners of this race, we're assuming. Okay, now, do we have a conjunction here? Yes, or is our conjunction. Or is the conjunction. Do we have any prepositional phrases? Nope. No prepositions, so no prepositional phrases. Okay, now let's read it again and find our subjects. Will you or I award the winners? Who or what is this sentence about? You and I. You and I are the subjects because they are what the sentence is about. This sentence tells us that you or I award, there's our predicate verb. What else does it need? Helping verb will. This is not will like the person, like our little will. It's helping verb will. Helping verb will is often at the beginning of question sentences, interrogative sentences. Okay, so seeing that question mark at the end would help you hopefully to see this probably starts with a helping verb. So this is helping verb will. Let's review them. Helping verbs, there are 23. Am, is, are, was, and were, being, been, and be. Have, has, had, do, does, did, shall, will, should, and would. There are 5 more helping verbs, may, might, must, can, could. Okay, now we've got all of our words marked except for these 2 at the end, the and winners. Okay, Now, winners, it's a noun. It's not our subject, though. What is it? It's our direct object. It's telling what you and or whom you and I will award. This sentence tells us you and I will award winners. It's our DO. And it would be good to review the direct object jingle for this as well. You remember it? D-O, D-O. A direct object is an objective element that tells what the subject is acting on. D-O. Sorry, my voice is hoarse. O. It's a noun or pronoun after the predicate verb. D-O. It answers the question what or whom after the verb and is labeled D-O. So this is the noun after the predicate verb, and we have that adjective the right before it, which is a modifier. Okay, that is all we're going to be doing for today. Now, the next 2 pages have 4 sentences for you to analyze. You also are going to write underneath it, add compound subjects to go with some predicate verbs, or just to the subjects, or to the sentences, sorry. For example, it says blank race cars. Think of 2 people who could race cars, or animals. It could be nonsense, kind of. Blank fly kites. 2 people who are flying kites. It can be you, your friend, your mom. Next page, imagine a soccer team is on a field in the rain. With that in mind, write a sentence about it, being sure to include a compound subject. Okay, that is all for well-ordered language. Let me know if you have questions. I will post the answers. Please try your best, and I will talk to you later.